Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to go into a little bit of what Neuralink's doing with this WebGrid tool, share my screen, and then discuss something I actually conceptualized with working with Christian, a blind volunteer here in Austin, Texas, and how we can help him with certain tools to automate his day-to-day work. So let's begin. So first off, there's Neuralink has this, platform for I think it's called Brain Computer Interface BCI, but basically they're doing this test to see how someone can control a mouse with their brain and click on a blue dot. So really it's all about clicking on the blue targets. So you click on a target and I guess you get a certain score. I'm using a little keypad, so this is pretty intense, but I don't know what my score is, but apparently this is one of the key things in BCI technologies is to use this as a platform for outcomes to measure. So very slow, 2.13. Some people are at like 8 or 17. So I'll stop sharing that piece. But, this was all conceptualized with a platform. We were just fooling around with project ideas for mouse controller technology. And so think about like if you had the ability to voice to text something. So we created this in March of 24. Um, And actually, the idea was from last year. Let's see, around, let's say September, October, maybe November 2023. So with that, I'll show you kind of this little demo. I'm going to put this Google Chrome icon here just to make it easy. In that way, you can kind of see this demo. So first off, you're going to see the mouse is here on the left side. Um, so once I hit enter for the script, this little icon here, I can move around. So this is manual moving around of a target. This is just like a mouse, but why I like this is because we have this concept for future use, to play around. But if you think of everything as a target and then you're activating a target, and if you had multiple targets, you would decide target 1, 2, or 3, for instance, as a video game option. But once I have the target here, if you notice my mouse in the bottom left, I'm going to now hit um, 1 for slow. So that's 1 second for the mouse to go from the bottom left. So watch the bottom left cursor to the target itself. So it goes there in 1 second, splashes the icon and double clicks the icon. So it opens up Google Chrome. So you'll see here, we got a Google Chrome listed and we're good to go. And then I'm going to escape just to make this easy. And there you go. Let's see if I can actually do another command or if I just have to close this out. Close this out, I guess. So let's try that again. I'm going to do it now. Instead of 1, I'm going to do maybe like 20 to see the speed difference. Again, we have this controller. Going to hit the code from last week. The mouse will be on the bottom left side of the corner. It's a 1080p resolution setting. So now we're going to hit 20. Now look at the speed of the mouse when I put 20 here, how fast it goes to the other side. So it's going to the icon there, not too much faster, right? Let's try that again where I'm going to actually take the cursor again and do that in a setting where it's going to go all the way across the screen again. And I'll put maybe 50 this time for the speed. So again, repeat the Python code. I'm going to say 50 for the speed. Actually, I have to move the cursor, move the target first. So I'm using my arrows. So the idea is to use computer vision to recognize the computer vision for Google Chrome. We go up here. I'm going to go in the center of the target. We're going to hit 50 instead. Reestablish the mouse. And you can see the speed in the splashing of the icon. Opening up, cool. Now, this gets to another point I want to mention, which is if we go and close this out one more time, try again at 99, it's like 0.1 seconds, I think, which is inhuman performance. There's always an option to use, faster rates. But the thing about this is it's not as humane, I'd say. So even if there was a tool that we had for humanity to like do certain tasks from voice control to control your keyboard mouse just from voice, we can set the screen. The key thing is how do we get to a certain level of steps and have a system that people can update themselves. And clicking on stuff is probably the easiest thing to do. So I have the icon on the upper right on the Google Chrome icon. Mouse is over here on the left. I'm going to put a 99. And I'll count down this one so you can see the speed at which it goes. So we're basically going to say 3, 2, 1, go. So that's way faster. Again, a little unfair. StarCraft was playing with actions per minute, and you can kind of see this capability, but the idea would be to use existing PyCard technologies. So I go into the two examples here. You look at the AI ML Technology Solutions YouTube. We got one example here. Okay, and I'm going to make sure my audio is sharing. Share sound. Cool. All right. So now let's pull this guy back up. This is code from a Harvard colleague of mine from Harvard Business Analytics program, Roland. So this is an edge deployed on a Raspberry Pi computer, no Coral accelerator, but basically with the voice control, you can see the movement of that vehicle. And the other thing I'll say is, if you can imagine, here's the next video, but you can voice activate and still have like lane detection, kind of like Tesla does. But if we had this capability where we do voice and having the car go to certain things, this is not only a good education project, but also project for future stuff like controlling a keyboard mouse for a computer one day. So think about that. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll go from there and um, capture people's feedbacks. So with that, I'll let you go. Thank you.